supposed to give me minutes, cause they know the flow is wicked. Said she love the way, yeah. Shawty live it, got the mama really tripping, cause she see we on a mission, ain't got no time to just kick it. We gotta get it, told her cause she give me minutes, don't complain on why we living, they don't like her, why we winning. Yeah, I flip it, do my dance, gotta get it pretty, cause I'm a Christian, he the reason, yeah, he did it, yeah. Gotta get it, told her cause she give me minutes, don't complain on why we living, they don't like her, why we winning, yeah. Yeah, I flip it, do my dance, gotta get it pretty, cause I'm a Christian, he the reason, yeah, he did it, yeah.
Straight front of upper. Now there'll never be another. Think they got me covered. I hit the three at the buzzer. I hit the three at the buzzer. Hey, I hit the three at the buzzer. I hit the three at the buzzer. Think twice before you run up. Ready, get you done up.
Everyone to the end and with tip-off.
Kevin, thanks.
Here does DA. Thank you so much. And here's the upcoming schedule for Charlotte. On Sunday, they'll be playing against Lou Williams and the Los Angeles Clippers. And then on Tuesday, they continue the road trip, heading out to Sacramento to take on the Kings.
And, you know, nobody loves playing on the road, but it does offer a good chance to see exactly what your team is made of. This team is going to find out a lot about itself over the next stretch of games.
And a look at the starters for the Hornets. Rozier and Monk, they're the backcourt. Bridges out there with P.J. Washington. And it's Cousins in at the center. And for the Lakers, Green and LeBron at the 2 and the 3. Howard is out there with Davis, and it's Rondo in at the point guard. Of course, you know as well as anyone, Jack, mental toughness is a gigantic asset in this league. You look at today's players, and there are some that appear to be unfazed by pressure.
I call this the frown and the smile. There's one guy that smiles a lot when you try to pressure. That's Luka Doncic. He'll hit you with a move, shoot the jumper in your face, hit you with a smile. Then there's the frown. Kawhi Leonard could do the same thing, but he'll hit a big shot, and he won't give you no expression. The frown and the smile, Kevin. The frown and the smile. Reminds me of Ernie and Kenny up there.
Now, here's Rozier, following the miss by Anthony Davis, and they get it back. Rondo, bounce pass. There's Green with the 3. They get the rebound. Davis. And the layup's good off the glass.
You got to put a body on Davis or he will wreak havoc on the offensive glass.
So Rozier will bring it up for Charlotte. And this matchup with the Lakers, it's their first meeting of the season.
And with this matchup being an East versus West affair, it'll be the first of only 2 meetings between the teams.
And, you know, there's always a bit of a filling out process in that first game between opponents. A lot different than when you've played a team you're familiar with.
You think back, some of the best centers ever to patrol the paint wore a Lakers jersey. Go right on down the line, Chet. What did it mean to carry on that big man tradition with that franchise?
Well, I knew no matter what I did at the Laker franchise, I was going to be number 4. George Mikan, rest in peace. Wilt Chamberlain, rest in peace. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Just wanted to be in those categories, and I think I am number 4.
Well, you're humble, but, I mean, there's very little separation with those 4 players.
Listen, at the
putting
end of
Shaq
the day,
in that group, right?
Shaq's
Come
an
on.
all-time great,
Absolutely.
and he knows it. But in all fairness, as are those guys. And I always tell people it's not fair to try to compare eras. You can only dominate what's in front of you, and all 4 of those guys have dominated.
I like that. I'm going to have to.
You can use that.
No, I'm not going to use it. I'm going to take it.
No, that's already patented.
No.
I got that patented, baby.
Well, I own the patent company.
They blow the whistle just as he gets it off. That's 2 points with a chance for another one at the stripe. Lakers shooting their first free throw of the evening. Well, you look up at the rafters here at Staples Center. All the banners and Shaq, you helped raise some of them. Was there a pressure in playing for a franchise like this that has got such a great history of championship basketball?
You know, this is the kind of pressure you want, because I was raised up of the mind state that pressure is when you don't know where your next meal is coming from. So I knew it was some greats that played before me, and I just wanted to be mentioned with some of the greats.
And
so
that puts it in perspective.
Yeah, it does. And you know what? He is definitely mentioned with some of the greats.
Yes, he
Shaq
is.
had a great ride and did an incredible job playing for the Lakers.
When Rozier is seeing the floor that well, makes everything easier for him and his team.
Pass to Howard. And that's out of bounds. The Lakers will retain possession. And now let's revisit that exceptional mobile 1 block.
And early in the game, a defensive play like that goes a long way, establishing the attitude you want.
Some changes for the Lakers. JaVale McGee's checked in for Howard. Kyle Kuzma comes in for Rajon Rondo. And it's Kentavious Caldwell-Pope in for Danny Green. Zeller, he's checked in for the Hornets. Devontae Graham comes in for Malik Monk.
And the big man, Anthony Davis, leaving the team that drafted him to be a part of a superstar duo with the Lakers. Shaq, does that at all sound familiar?
Yeah, listen, you know, some drama was made about the way he got to the West Coast, but hopefully he can collect those rings just like I did with the Lakers. Look, you know, the first spot for him was a struggle, and he said, you know what, I want to be with a contender. I think I'm a great player. So I wish him very well.
Trying to get open is Kuzma. And LeBron gets it to go with the assist by Morris.
LBJ to the RIM. LeBron is so smooth driving down the lane.
Graham surveying the floor. Tries from 10, and that one hits back iron.
And already they've staked out a noticeable advantage in terms of aggression and controlling the backcourt.
And a trend they'd love to continue right through the next 3 quarters as well.
A nice shot by Zeller.
Rozier is certainly a true combo guard in my mind, and he's actually gotten better as a playmaker.
And here's Caldwell-Pope. He brings it up for Los Angeles. Trailing by 2. They put up a nice win against Utah last time out.
Yeah, and that one, they just locked it down defensively. Challenged shots and really protected the rim.
Well, I tell you what, I think you got to really appreciate the grit. Getting dirty, staying engaged. That's really what defense is all about.
So timeout called here, the first for Los Angeles.
Trying to find some answers offensively.
Yeah, and you know, that's going to be the focus of this timeout. They need to come up with a spark to get the offense going.
Now here's James. What a tremendous game he played against Utah.
Kevin, you know why I'm laughing right now. This is just too easy for LeBron James. Defense has to move him out of there. This is what's going to happen all night long.
Here's Graham. And Zeller kicks to Batum. Back to Zeller. And the dunk by Zeller.
Nothing soft about the putback there.
And why chance it, right? Take the dunk if you've got it.
Well, you know, if nobody's going to put a body on him, then that's going to be the result.
The drive by James. Shoots over Graham. And good. And it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down.
Keeping the mid-range jumper alive. Thank you, LeBron James. He will knock these down all day if you let him.
Graham, the pass to Biombo. Here's Batum. One up, one down. 2 points with his first shot this game. There's 42 seconds left here in the first quarter. James way outside. And Rozier pulls it down.
They hold the early advantage on the glass.
Yeah, nothing major, not a huge advantage, but certainly a good sign for them going forward.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And on the flip side, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior. They've got to offer more resistance here.
Oh, fellas, that was a vicious two-hand monster slam.
Guys, I don't think there was anyone who could have stopped him on that one.
Well, guys, I'm glad they didn't try because I don't want anybody to get hurt out there.
And the basket by Rozier. Rozier's got 7 points in the game.
Terry Rozier able to play through that challenge and get the shot up and down. Good work.
James, and he finishes nicely on the layup.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
No shortage of scoring here at the end of the first quarter. Hornets lead by 4. And back in a moment as we'll... Well, Greg, we know he's already a solid scorer, but Kyle...
The biggest area of growth would definitely be...
Now, having played with superstars, Kuzma is learning what it takes to win.
He's getting only so many shots per game, so I applaud him for finding other ways to contribute to his team with an eye toward the greater goal.
And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. All right, well, a look at how the points have been generated so far. A scoring breakdown for Charlotte.
And so far, these guys have done a fantastic job finding the opening man and getting some easy baskets.
Something else they've been able to do so far tonight is earn those tough points in the paint.
Rondo and Caldwell Pope in the backcourt. Markieff Morris is out there with JaVale McGee. And it's Kuzma in at the small forward position. That's the group for the Lakers to start the second quarter. The 11-footer. Here's Hernan Gomez. Count the bucket. And he's got a free throw coming up as well.
Well, I love the way he goes after it there. I mean, you've got to respect that. He's rewarded for his efforts of pursuing the ball.
And Los Angeles with some changes. Dwight Howard's checked in for JaVale McGee. Anthony Davis comes in for Morris. And it's Green in for Caldwell Pope. Charlotte also making some changes. Cousins comes in for Cody Zeller. And it's Bridges in for Nicholas Batum. And Shaq, everyone knows you produced immediately when you came in the NBA, winning Rookie of the Year. So did you ever have a welcome to the NBA moment that you recall?
Actually, but it wasn't in the NBA. The year before, we played against the greatest college team ever assembled, the UNLV Rebels. Oh. Greg Anthony, Larry Johnson, Stacey Altman. What a team. We weren't supposed to win that game, but we won that game. And you know it's all about confidence. Listen, everybody can play, but the guys that have more confidence are the guys that are going to go out there and do it. We won that game.
I had forgotten how great names on that UNLV team.
So I was saying to myself, look, if we can beat Larry Johnson, those guys, I can play with anybody in the NBA. So when I came to the NBA, I was just
confident.
Yeah, I was just really confident. But to answer your question, David Robinson and Patrick Ewing taught me that I wasn't really that good yet.
Really?
Oh yeah, went to work on it.
I tell you what, though, boy, it was hard to play at LSU. It's hard to win 5 against 8.
There you go. Back to you, Ernie.
Bounce pass from Kuzma. Here's Howard. Second shot opportunity. He takes it up and lays it in. Howard's got his first points of the night.
Sensational at hitting the glass. Howard has fantastic timing when he goes after those rebounds.
Shaq, something fans are always curious about. They see the huge contract that can put pressure on a young man, suddenly being able to buy whatever he wants. I mean, that's a pretty interesting topic.
Yeah, you know, everyone's coming at you from every direction. I think some people assume that you have more money than you really do. Just want you to remember one word: FICA.
And he can extend the lead to double digits.
Hey, how about imagining if they were hitting their shots, how big the lead could be? But so far, that's not been the case.
And he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up.
Well, you know, the value of Green's career experience cannot be overstated. Those intangibles are extremely valuable. He has shared locker rooms with some of the best players in the NBA.
And he knocks down the first one. James checked in for the Lakers. Washington's checked in for Charlotte. And so he hits both. So it's the Hornets now, leading by 5. They're off to battle the Clippers after this game, as they'll be playing at the Staples Center. That'll be the second on the road in the midst of this long 4-game road stand. Graham with the ball, and it's Howard picking him up. Good work there as it goes. Graham's got 6.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that's not the defense you need. You got to be tougher defensively. Guys, this hasn't been his quarter. I mean, to me, he just doesn't look completely comfortable or confident.
You've always been a student of the game, Shaq, when it comes to evaluating young talent and the future of the league. What boxes do you like to check when you're taking a look at these young players?
Well, thanks for trying to tell the world I'm smart. I'm not really that smart. It's just Kevin is just not that hard to see. You know, the greats make themselves known very, very quickly who they are. Luka Doncic, does that name ring a bell?
Yes.
Ding, ding.
How many guys are known as Aristotle? I know 2. You and Aristotle.
That's it.
Here's Cousins. Doesn't get it to drop for him. And the Lakers going the other way now.
You know what? He's just stone cold right now. Really not sure if he's their best option offensively as they try to get back in this game.
Shooters have to be really, really careful around Anthony Davis. He's remarkable at using his length to deny shots.
JaVale McGee's checked in for the Lakers. Kentavious Caldwell-Pope comes in for Rajon Rondo. The Hornets also changing it up. Nicholas Batum, he's checked in for Malik Monk. And it's Rozier in for Devontae Green. James, stolen by Washington. Here's Bridges. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
Well, I tell you what, it's obvious Bridges takes great pride in working through contact and capitalizing.
James dishes to Caldwell-Pope. Here's Davis. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. The Lakers have gone 3 for 3 at the line tonight.
Definitely an area where they can improve. Only 73% as a team from the line last year.
You know, I want to talk about the versatility of Davis. He's a guy who can score, a guy who can rebound, a guy who can defend, and he always does it at such a high level.
Markieff Morris is checked in for the Lakers. The Hornets also changing it up. Yambo, he's checked in for Cousins. And it's Zeller in for P.J. Washington. Rozier for 3. Hornets keep it alive. And we want to thank the big Aristotle for joining us here. Dropping knowledge as always. I'm telling you what, Shaq, you make our broadcast better.
I want to say I appreciate that, Kevin, especially coming from you anytime, any place. You know where I am, brother. Just call me if you need me.
Are you going to be performing any ballet, the big Baryshnikov?
Nah.
Have we given that up?
Nah, my toes are not feeling too well.
And Clark, it hasn't taken Shaq much time, has it, to go from being a superstar on the court to a force with our broadcast here courtside?
Well, I tell you what, Shaq's one of those guys who just hits the ground running. He's a phenomenon in terms of personality, branding, business, excellence at every level. He was an all-star starter as a rookie. That talks about his ability to get going fast. So he adapted to the broadcast booth just the same way.
And it's blocked.
Boy, a really good shot blocker for a wing. Bridges elevates quickly and has an excellent sense of timing.
Oh, what terrific hustle. He's got a nose for the rebound.
Craig, he's ferocious when the ball goes up.
That's what they've got him out there for, fellas.
And he gets it to go. Biombo's got the lead up to 10 now for the Hornets. LA's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. James with it. Bridges covering. Comes up empty, and he's now 5 for 8.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
A good finish at the rack off the slick feed. Bridges got his second basket.
I'm sorry, that's poor defense down low again. It's been a mismatch thus far in the paint.
I'd agree with you, and I don't think they expected this one to be a game where they would get battered inside like they have.
Caldwell-Pope. It's rebounded by Charlotte. Rozier with the ball. And the last second attempt doesn't fall.
It energizes everybody when LeBron is locked in like this on the defensive end.
And so
Thank you, Kevin. Here with Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. And Kentavious, you guys were getting a lot of offensive rebounds in the first half. How important?
thank you, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of action following halftime.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Greetings to each and every one of you watching at this very and making the long walk back from the courtside broadcasting booth, the esteemed and somewhat winded. And that's going to do it for our halftime show, sadly. Third quarter about to start. See you again after the final.
Horn. Oh, buzzer.
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. You know, Davis has been exceptional here, guys.
Man, he's been running wild on them through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
And you know what? I'll be interested to see just how much he's got left in the tank. That first half had to take a lot out of it.
And Greg, you play with some big personalities. Talk about the best way to manage egos and conflicts in the locker room. That's a very interesting topic.
No doubt about it. You know, Kev, first thing you learn from middle school on, your team is your family. And let's face it, all families have spats, and so do teams. You just learn to never personalize those things. Never leave any stone unturned. Like, don't let things fester. When there are issues, you address them. And if you're not taking things personally, you tend to be able to work through whatever issues you may come in front of.
Good advice. Well, we've got a moment. Let's set the floor. Brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up for the second half. On the court for the Hornets, Washington and Zeller are in the middle. Rozier and Monk, they're the backcourt. And it's Bridges in at the small forward. And the Hornets making a change here. Cousins is checked in.
Rondo going right through the contact and scoring there. He's a lot tougher than he looks.
And there's the pass to Cousins. And it's sent back by Howard. And he recovers it. And for those of you turning in, we're about a minute into the second half. Here's LeBron. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. James has got it back down to within single digits for Los Angeles. And here's Rozier. He brings it up for Charlotte. They've held a 12-point lead earlier.
And last season, we got to see what an effective playmaker LeBron James can be. The assist numbers through the roof, career high for him at the age of 35.
Absolutely remarkable. And Greg, when I first saw him in high school in Northeastern Ohio, I thought his passing was his greatest attribute. And that was after just seeing him play one time. And he's shown that throughout his career. Took on full ball handling responsibilities with the Lakers last year and showed you what he can do. He is a gifted passer and an extremely versatile player.
Kyle Kuzma's checked in for LeBron. Devontae Graham's checked in for Charlotte.
You know, I still think Rondo is a great role player in the league. He knows he's out there to distribute the ball and provide leadership on the floor, and he does both really well.
That's a big donut, folks, here to start the second half. 4 straight they've missed.
Davis with the bucket.
Everything going to plan here to start the third. 80% shooting thus far.
Passes it to Bridges. Cousins against Howard. Bridges, no one around him. Good. And it's Cousins picking up the assist. Bridges has got 5 points now in the quarter.
Well, you can see the work being put in on that particular shot for Bridges, and his confidence as a result is continuing to grow.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense.
Graham, the pass to Cousins. Now, Washington. And a miss there on the triple.
Tell you what, the defense was lucky there. I mean, leave him that open from range, he'll typically knock it down.
Howard finds Green. Back to Howard. Pass to Kuzma. Rondo, bounce pass, and stolen by Graham. In the corner, it's Bridges. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Bridges has got 12 points in the game.
Yeah, how about the percentage they're shooting from beyond the arc here in the second half?
No question about it. They found a nice rhythm from deep.
Here's Kuzma. Trying to get open. It's Davis. Shot is good, and the Charlotte lead is cut down to 6 in the bucket from Kuzma.
You know, once Kuzma has the position he wants inside, he does his thing fearlessly.
Charlotte calls timeout. And as the coaches go to the clipboard to outline their strategy during the timeout, the players getting a chance to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's key to staying fresh all the way to the final whistle.
And Kevin, it really is. And every one of these players knows it. They're all making sure to stay hydrated. It's impossible to play your A game if you're not getting enough to drink, especially towards the end of games when the physical toll of a long contest really starts to add up.
Here's what the Lakers are going with right now. JaVale McGee's checked in for Rondo. Markieff Morris comes in for Davis. And it's Caldwell Pope in for Danny Green. Batum finds Graham. Batum with the ball. Guarded now by Morris. Outside for Batum. 5 on the clock. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Batum's got his second bucket of the game to go.
Nice job at keeping his balance despite getting hit. Batum solid at staying in control of his shot.
Howard in the post. Hernan Gomez covering. They retain possession. The shot's good from McGee. And here is Graham. 6 points for him. Pass to Biyombo. A minute 50 left in the third. Beyond the arc. No good. Shot missing. And the Lakers going the other way now. Next up on the schedule, the Grizzlies. That'll be a home game. That'll be the last of 3 straight at home for the team. Kuzma can't get it to go. Hornets leading by 6. The pass to Batum. 1:22 left here in the third quarter. And the basket is good.
Timeout, timeout.
Biyombo's got his second basket of the night.
And when you leave a man open, Batum finds him. Great feel for the game.
And the Lakers call time here.
Adjustments are a part of the game, and the coach sees something he doesn't like here.
And you know what? We'll see what changes he makes coming out of this timeout.
Lakers making a switch here. Davis is checked in. The Hornets also changing it up. Cody Zeller comes in for Biyombo. And Terry Rozier subbed in for Nicholas Batum.
A shot like that is a polite way to say, hey, coach, bench me.
Hey, that's crazy there. I mean, insanity. At least wait until you get across half court. My goodness.
Hernan Gomez passes to Zeller. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
And you look at what Zeller did on a per-minute basis last year. The scoring and rebounding were up.
And part of that, Greg, was that he also took more three-pointers than ever before. It's certainly not his game, but it seems like every big guy now has to at least be respectable from behind the arc, just the way the game is being played.
Second free throw, no good.
You know, Zeller was a high draft pick. This guy was the 4th overall pick in his draft, but he's more of a blue-collar guy. Great work ethic and is eager to learn, always in learning mode.
Looking here at some numbers for Anthony Davis. He's coming off an excellent season. He averaged about 26 points a game last year, 9 rebounds, and almost 2.5 blocks. And you talk about guys who just have a nose for putting up points. He is one of them.
Yeah, he sure is, and he rarely has back-to-back bad games. If he has an off night, he usually follows that up with a big night.
Miles Bridges, he's checked in for the Hornets. Both free throws good from McGee.
This is as good as it gets from the charity stripe here in the second.
Yeah, you know what? And I think they've just got to keep on keeping on. Keep drawing contact, attacking, getting to the line. That will certainly give them a chance to get back into the game.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA, the lead is what it is right now.
You know, you look at it, the communication is lacking, as is the trust. They can ill afford those types of breakdowns. It won't work. You can't win with those kind of breakdowns.
And he gets it back. On shot by Caldwell Pope, no good. So Rozier will bring it up for Charlotte. A floater, and that's 2 points on the layup. And now a 10-point Charlotte lead.
And creating a little separation here, gaining some confidence.
Yeah, you get the sense that they're going to start stretching this lead out a little bit. Great job of crashing the offensive glass. He stayed with it. That's hard-nosed, tough basketball.
And so it's the Charlotte Hornets holding on to an 8-point lead heading into the break. And they've done a phenomenal job down low. So many of their points coming right at the rim. We've got more in store for you right after this. The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. Hornets leading by 8. LeBron and Davis, the incredible forward pair. Green and Rondo in the backcourt. And it's McGee in at the 5, roaming the paint. That's who's in the game for the Lakers. How about that mobile one block we just saw? Amazing defensive work.
Determined to protect the lead with the all-out effort defensively. Superb anticipation on the block.
Yeah, you know, in Cody Zeller, I think they've got a guy who does all the little things like making good, smart passes and creating open shots for others.
Here's Green. Makes it off the glass.
Cashing in on the interior, making it look all too easy.
Well, the Hornets shooting 49% on the game. They'll take that. Here's Rozier. Here's Zeller. And Davis sends it back.
Davis's anticipation and timing. So good at the defensive end. This guy is a shot-blocking machine.
Way ahead of the field. He can do pretty much whatever he wants.
You know, and not leaving anything to chance either. That's why he takes it right to the bucket.
Zeller against Davis. And stolen by Zeller. Fourth quarter still young, just over a minute play. Got a piece of it. It's stolen by Davis. McGee with it, and Zeller picks him up defensively. And it's Davis finishing it off.
Well, I tell you what, it's rare that you see a big man with offensive skills like Davis has. He is a talented, rare player.
And the Hornets call time here.
And for everything that Anthony Davis does on the floor, you can't forget about his defense. Still an elite level defender, guards multiple positions and turns away a number of shots.
DeMarcus Cousins is checked in for the Hornets. Washington comes in for Zeller. Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sidelines.
Thanks, Kevin. James Borrego had some words for his team over the break. His concern was both their inconsistency and their amount of three-point shots. He said, let's move the ball for good shots. If you have an open three, take it. Otherwise, let's attack the rim and put some pressure on these guys. Kevin?
And Davis gets a lot of blocks without getting in foul trouble. About a 1-to-1 ratio for him in his career.
Incredible. And he's done a great job of learning how to go straight up, playing vertical. Gets blocks, but doesn't get pulled out of position. Does everything you want from a defensive anchor. And the D not really doing its job there. A little slow to react to the ball getting into the paint.
Here's Green. Will not go. This is off the front iron.
And not a night he's going to want to remember, just not really able to score the basketball. And it's still a rare sight to see rebound numbers like the ones he's had tonight.
Boy, he has put in some major work. He's earning his pay, for sure.
An aggressive move and fantastic finish.
Trying to send a message with that slam, I think.
That's exactly how you send it. Two hands and down.
And we're seeing some great ball movement out of this group, guys.
Lakers trail by 6. McGee bounce pass. Hornets have gone 4 of 7 from the field since the beginning of the fourth. For 3, Bridges, rebounded by McGee. McGee's got 6 rebounds now in the game. And stolen by Cousins. For the finish, and Cousins throws it down.
Cousins turning defense into offense with his activity that time.
Los Angeles calls timeout.
And he could tell his guys were dragging a little bit, calling timeout to kind of let them catch their breath.
And now let's take a look at the New Balance player of the game, DeMarcus Cousins.
And he's been dialed in from the field, Kevin. Good on over 60% of his attempts. They've been working the ball around well, and he's benefited with a lot of open looks. And boy, has he made the most of it.
If he could only contribute like this for them every night, you can't overstate how much better it makes this team when he has a game like this, and on the road, no less. Rozier looking around. Pass to Monk. And the foul called on Danny Green. That's his first foul. Howard's checked in for JaVale McGee. Over 3.5 minutes through the final quarter now. Bridges against James. And then Monk with the dunk.
Well, I tell you, Bridges doing a nice job there, and his teammates appreciate when he looks to get them involved.
Here's Rondo. Make it 5 for 10 with him in that bucket.
No defensive pressure at all. I mean, that's not going to get it done against him.
Charlotte leading by 6. There's 1:54 left in the fourth quarter. And it's Washington missing.
You know, defensively, you just can't afford to give him that much room. They're fortunate that he missed that one.
And that one drops. Davis has got 23 points.
Anthony Davis showing you he's in control when the spotlight is on.
Pass to Bridges. 1:33 left to play here in the fourth. Charlotte moving it around. Here's Cousins. Misses off the left iron.
No excuses, none. I mean, with the defense non-existent, I mean, he has to connect from there.
Here's Rondo. Goes back up. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
An aggressive player who draws attention. Howard is used to getting hit by the defense and plays quite well through contact.
And so he makes both from the line.
And now you're in a great position thanks to those clutch free throws. One possession game now.
To the paint, here's Washington. Drops in the layup for 2. And the Hornets lead by 4.
Pressure gets to some people, bothers them, but not Washington. Tremendous concentration in that big moment.
And they double up Davis. And again, the Lakers, no good. Charlotte has gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. The kick out to Rozier. There's 48 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Yep, it counts. And it's a 6-point Charlotte lead.
Boy, talk about staying poised under pressure. Calm Cousins doing work late.
It's good. And now they trail by just 4.
The magnitude of the moment not lost on LeBron James. He knows they needed a bucket there, and he's going to get it for them.
so Rozier will bring it up for the Charlotte Hornets. Here's Bridges. That's in. That's his 5th field goal. He's shooting a hot 71%. 5 for 7.
No time to waste on this possession.
Got to go right up with it. Oh, my goodness! That was special. LeBron James is clutch. Not the first time he's done that, nor will it be the last.
About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. And they go to the intentional foul. First free throw is good, and that puts them up by 5.
You know, Rozier was originally drafted by the Celtics, had to back up Isaiah Thomas and Kyrie Irving, but his time to lead has come, and he's answered the bell well.
And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 6-point ball game.
Those are critical foul shots. Love to see him knock them down there.
And out of bounds as the Hornets gain possession.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
There's 25 seconds left in the 4th. And so they foul intentionally. So the first one drops, and that makes it a 7-point lead.
You know, Cousins was part of the U.S. national team that won gold back in 2016. He said it was always a dream to play for his country, and when he got the chance, he didn't waste it.
And here are the Lakers. Here's Rondo. And the rejection by Cousins.
Well, I love when Cousins uses his reach and strength to stymie shooters. Nice positioning on defense there.
And so they choose to intentionally foul.
You have to foul, but I'm sure they would have liked to foul someone different.
They didn't really have another option. I mean, I thought they did a nice job getting it in his hands and making sure he was the guy who'd go to the line.
Gets the first, and that makes it a 7-point lead. Second one is good, hitting both at the line, and it's an 8-point game. Los Angeles calls timeout. They're trailing by 8. There's 14 seconds left in the 4th quarter. Guys, what do you think?
And I don't think they'll be able to climb out of this hole.
You know, maybe working on their 60-second drill, even if it doesn't pay off tonight, maybe for the future.
That'll be a 5-second call. There's 14 seconds left in the game. And it's Dion Waiters with the foul. That's his first foul of the game, and the bonus will go to the free throw line. He drops the first one, and that will put them up by 9. That's also good. So he hits both free throws.
And that's the knockout blow right there, guys. Those free throws should put this one away.
Waiters into the lane. Gets it to go from 8 feet.
I tell you what, it's almost like stealing to watch how he plays the game from this seat.
And so it's Charlotte with the win. A solid win on the road for them. This building was dead silent by the time, GA, this one wound down.
And that's what you want to do. Take the crowd out of it by crunch time. Don't give them any chance to lift their team up at the finish.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much with DeMarcus Cousins. DeMarcus, physical challenge for you guys with another game coming tomorrow. What do you have to do to get ready with the quick turnaround?
Just rest up. It's part of the league. Back-to-back's a part of the league. So rest up and focus in and be ready for tomorrow. That's all I can do.
Hey, Boogie, nice job. Thanks. Back to you, Kevin.
David, thank you as always. And that'll do it, folks. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.